Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. Well, it's no secret that farming is a challenging business right now. Commodity prices falling, input costs continue rising, not to mention the uncertainty in government policy right now. Growers are operating on the edge with very little room for error in today's margins. That's why they have to be as efficient as possible and keep costs under control. That was certainly the undercurrent at the Montana AgTech Innovation and Investment Summit, where Department of Ag Director Jillian Streit told me about how we need investment in Montana agriculture to help develop solutions to fit the needs of growers.
I think that we have done a really good job of bringing a lot of stakeholders together, and I think the first thing you need to do is understand what the problems are. And I feel like this summit has done a good job of highlighting the issues that growers have, and then taking that and putting it into application. And so we need investment in a ton of different areas in agriculture, but mostly we need to invest in the ideas that are coming from, I think, the youth of agriculture, that next generation.
Jillian told me about how the Department of Ag is investing in ag innovation with its Growth Through Agriculture program.
The Growth Through Ag program comes from the coal severance tax. And we get a very small portion of that, but we utilize those dollars to the best of our ability. I believe the state of Montana gets a lot of bang for their buck when it comes to the investment through Growth Through Agriculture. We're investing in a lot of different types of agriculture across our state. Value add agriculture is where it's at for us, because we're not only wanting to increase the margins of those prices, but we also want to increase jobs and opportunities.
Precision agriculture tools are helping growers to reduce costs and be more efficient, and they're being more readily adopted. Paul Nugent is the Endowed Chair of Precision Agriculture at Montana State, and he said adoption rates are increasing, particularly in Montana's Golden Triangle.
It is happening. It's being adopted here in Montana, and what we're seeing is, when we look at adoption levels for counties nationwide, Montana, particularly the Golden Triangle region, is an area of very high adoption that stands out. A lot of it, you see through the Midwest, are high adopting regions, but then Montana stands out on that region. So a lot of the practices, there's the standard ones of tractor guidance and section control, things like that. And those are there, they're established, they're out there, and they're being used. But what we're seeing, there's some new practices like the site-specific or sensor-triggered spraying, where you're only spraying if a weed is present in fallow. That is very rapidly being adopted. And we've worked with farms where they're saving 80% or higher on their herbicide costs because of using those technologies.
Paul adds that MSU has significantly increased its investment in precision agriculture, helping to develop tools that work in our growing conditions.
There is a big investment happening, not just by MSU, but also private partners that are really kind of becoming part of this ecosystem and part of this drive to bring this technology and just really make it widespread across our farms. A lot of it is the energy that Dean Bourgeois brought to that effort to just make it happen. And we're working on establishing the minor here at MSU within the College of Agriculture, and then we're working with the College of Engineering to revive ag engineering here at MSU. Agriculture of the future is going to be high tech. How do we prepare students to be able to go run the farm and go into industry, or be the next innovator that is going to look at the problems and be filling the gaps in technology?
Paul referenced the growing use of spot spray technology, detecting weeds in real time and applying chemical only where it's needed. TeSelle is the Senior Systems Integrator for AgriTech America, who manufactures the Weed It systems, and said they're helping growers to use less chemical and improve their bottom lines.
For sure, yeah, we're getting a pretty high rate of adoption. Like I'd say a lot of the large farmers, if they've got around 4,000 acres of fallow, we've probably talked to them or they have a system at this point. Seeing a lot of savings there, extremely high ROI, 95% savings in chem fallow. Guys are really adding it as a tool in the toolbox to fight some weed resistance problems, and it's saving money, and it's telling a good story to landlords, it's telling a good story to the end users. They're just reducing the amount of herbicides put on the ground.
Now, we've heard a lot in recent years about autonomous tractors, machines that don't need someone in the cab driving. May sound like it's many years down the road, but Nick says they're actively working on the technology, and it could be commercially available a lot sooner than you might think.
We see autonomy coming within the next year. We'll have an autonomous demo is our goal. Pulling a weed it system around Montana, demonstrating that the technology's here. We can go take care of weeds 24 hours a day while you sit at home. You know, guys are still interested in staying in their sprayers for crop scouting reasons on in-crop applications, but I think spreading it out for, you know, some of the more mindless tasks, land rolling and fallow spraying, those kind of things. Autonomy is right here, and I think we'll see it, yeah, hopefully next summer from us as a demonstration at least, and then commercially real soon.
Pretty exciting to see these developments in ag technology. That's going to do it for today's program. Have a great day.